This video is an evidence-based video using the TV show Atypical first episode to analyze public media's impact on attitudes towards autism spectrum disorder, ASD. The purpose of this TV show Atypical is to provide a platform to discuss about people with autism, building awareness and understanding about ASD. Use humor to explain and depict the issue people with autism may face. How has the main character portrayed in this episode 1? The main character named Sam is unintentionally funny, interested in facts, doesn't pick up other people's social cues. He doesn't understand double meanings and all sarcasm. In the beginning, he says, "I'm a widow." That's what everyone says. Opening line. Sometimes he does not understand what people mean when they say things. That can make him feel alone, even when there's other people in the room. He is fiddling with his hands and he calls it self-stimulatory behavior while thinking about things he feels he can't do. Areas in everyday life of the main character. Being in an unfamiliar and loud place is not comfortable for him because he can't think or behave in what he views as an appropriate way. The main character Sam is also honest and blunt. He also takes things very literally. He has troubles with small talk. Research proves that to identify as an ASD, it is about observing a person's behavior in at least 3 areas. First is impairment in social interactions. Second area is pattern of communication. And the third is restricted and repetitive behavior and interest. People with ASD often struggle to read other people, such as body language and other non-verbal communications. When the main character was younger, he used emotional cards to identify his feelings. He has trouble in holding conversations. Research shows that some ASD are verbal. However, it is not always used in a functional way. For example, they might repeat certain words in their head or speak them out loud. In the TV series, Sam doesn't like to be touched. It makes him jumpy. Research states that some ASD have the desire to make friends. However, they might find it difficult. And on the other hand, some like to be alone. People who have ASD often have overload sensory inputs. For example, sound may become louder than usual in their head. They tend to have a different and unique sensory. Moreover, people with ASD have restricted interests that are unusual intensity or focus. Just like Sam, in the TV series, he is interested in penguins, just penguins, and only penguins. Stereotypical societal view by the public. People often think Sam is weird, as his posture and way of sitting is different to others. He laughs out loud without context, and people give him weird looks. He is also an outsider. And at school, he notices the girls, but they do not notice him. Sometimes he fixates on certain words, which repeat on a loop in his head. He tries to flirt, but appears creepy instead. For example, in his job, he stared at a girl with a creepy facial expression to her, but he just thought he was returning her smile as his co-worker suggested. However, His family and friends treat him like a normal human being and don't want him to pursue things that he is unfamiliar with, such as dating, and that will emotionally hurt him. His psychiatrist, on the other hand, thinks that there are strategies for him to use to pursue what he wants. This TV show is useful and accurate because it shows the common characteristic of people with autism. It embodies age-appropriate thoughts and concerns of the main character in the TV series. It shows how his behavior raises real concern for his family, which reflect on how different people have a different perspective in viewing people with autism. It is a useful TV show because it helps the audience to build an understanding about people with autism and also give an understanding as how his family interacts with him, which promotes inclusion. Importantly, the TV series has used the formal and correct term atypical as a title. Research states that ASD is based on behavior, and there are no medical tests for it. ASD has a variety of combinations and different severities. Atypical autism is also referred to as PSS, DOS, which has a milder symptoms in autism.